Hello and welcome to another Grand Arena Championship. I'm Heathen13 and this is Season 21, Week 2, Round 1. My opponent today is named Chemadon. So let's look at the matchup. The overview shows I have almost all of the green on my side, so let's take a closer look. In the stats, Chemadon has 557,000 lifetime banners. Not too shabby. He plays. He's relatively successful, but his offensive wins at 1200 and his defense at 320 seem to say to me that he tends to save a lot for offense, but he only has 67 lifetime clears. So I'm not sure exactly what that's going to mean. Comparing our rosters, I have a slight advantage in total GP, top 80 and top 65. I only have 8 more Zetas than he does, but I have a pretty significant speed advantage on our top 80 characters. I also have 12 more Gear 13s than he does, though he has 9 more Gear 12s. Comparing the mods, and I have almost double the amount of 6-top mods. I also have a significant number more of mods with high speed secondaries. Moving on to the relics, I also have a relic advantage, 202 to 296. Finally, when we look at the meta character report, you will see they've switched it up here on the hotbot. They've added on Commander Ahsoka Tano, which I have and he does not. I have my Jedi Master Luke and he has Rey, but he does have Jedi Knight Luke even though he is only at Gear 11. On the key character part, my brother Boba Fett was pointing out that he thinks they should have taken Geo Brood Alpha out and kept Malik on there. I'm not sure why they removed Malik. Seems more of a key character than GBA. And finally, on ships, neither one of us has the Executor, but both our Negotiator Malevolences are 7 stars. Alright, we are actually under an hour left in the attack phase. I had some stuff going on around the house, so I didn't get to this quick enough, and I'm pressed for time, so I'm not going to spend any time going over his roster. Let's jump right to the board. He's already made his attacks. He went through the top, however. He was able to one-shot all these squads. I set a pretty stout defense because I was expecting him to save a lot for offense. So he one-shot my Grievous, shot clones, Padme, and Bam squads. In the back, I saved my Malevolence on defense this time. One-shot that, likely with his Negotiator. Also took out my Empire. And then up front, he took out my Darth Revan in one shot and in about like 30 seconds too. It was super fast. I'm guessing he used his Rey for that. But then he has not attacked any of these other 3 teams at all. On defense, I am facing a Karth team, a Boss Squad, a Mon Mothma team, and this Bastila Jedi. So nothing too intimidating. And down on the bottom, he's got a Shot Clones and a Gas team. His Gas is Relic 5, but his other clones are a little lower. He's got a Geo Squad and a Nuke team. So as always, we will go through the bottom first and open up the back to see what is hiding back there for us. We will start with his Gas, and I'm going to attempt to take it down with my Han and Chewie. I prefer to take out Gas using CLS in the lead here, but he's on defense, so Wedge is going to have to do. And let's just hope I can get Skywalker down fast enough. Alright, so he's kneeled. And, ooh, Echo's gone fast. And who does he target? Okay, I guess that's good, because Han has guard. But I would like to heal back up. I guess I should just be happy with the one shot. Only 50 there is a little rough, but again, one shot. Gotta be happy with that. Geos, we will go with Vader, and I'm tempted to go solo Vader, but I think we can just take in 2 and be fine. There are no relics here at all, and this will allow me to get the Brood fractured. Oh, and I screwed it up. God, how often do I do that? I don't have Palpatine, so I can't Force Crush first, and yet I tried to Force Crush first. What an idiot. Okay, the reason I still am going to be fine is he doesn't have Spy on this team. He has Soldier and Sunfac. So even though I totally played this wrong and screwed up, it's going to be fine because they're only Gear 12 and there is no Spy. But wow, what a knucklehead. Alright, we will go after Newt next, and we will take my own Geos for that. And I'm going to get this message off of the bottom here because that annoys me so much. In fact, pro tip for anybody out there making content, if you click on this and you go to another conversation, like I had this old one with Letters who still plays, even though the conversation's not active, it won't, because the game thinks I'm talking to that person, it won't inundate me with all the guild messages. So you can do that and your guild messages essentially go away. It doesn't last forever, but for at least a while. Long enough to film a GAC without having the messages pop up. Dooku getting the lucky stuns there. And Newt doing some big time work here with the extortion. Thankfully Geos are made for extortion. They can go ahead and pay it each time and still get their assists in. Problem is Spy was dazed that whole time, and so he wasn't assisting. So only at 51. That could have gone a lot better, and it didn't. I've been extremely inefficient here on a couple of these battles and need to pick it up a little bit. But we are not going to do that on this one, because against this shot clones, I'm going to attempt to get a feat done. I was going to try and solo this with Nest, but there's a feat to use Nest with Kira and L3 or some other characters. These are the three that work together for me the best. So I'm essentially going to be sacrificing Kira and L3. And hopefully Nest can go ahead and get through these clones essentially on her own. I would like to take Shock out first if I could. Shock is only, gear 11. So hopefully Nest can get her, yeah. And then we'll just take out 5s. In fact, I might, if I can get to it, I think I might actually take out Arc first. Arc's only gear 9, and even getting to be a super clone at gear 9, it's still probably easier than chewing my way through 5s. So let's just do that. And unfortunately they did die like I thought they would. Again, this was essentially going to be a solo the whole time anyway. Just put him in there for the feat and sacrifice the banners for it. Alright, let's take a look in the back, see what he has hiding for me. Might be something good. We'll see. So some decent relics here on that JTR and on that Poe team and on the Finn. So he's got a lot of the resistance, but no Rey. So give me a moment, let me figure out exactly where I want to allocate my teams, and then we will take him out. Alright, well, as often is the case, I think I have too much for offense. I thought I put a really strong defense down, and yet I have too many teams. I think maybe he just went really light on defense, and I wouldn't have too much if I hadn't have saved my Jedi Master Luke, but I felt like I had to because there was a possibility he might put Rey down, and Rey is not a GL that I can counter on 3v3s without Jedi Master Luke. But in any event, let's finish this off. We've got 3 zones left and only 40 minutes to do it in, so let's start with Karth. And I wish I could just take my own Kylo against it, just 1v1, but he's only Relic 0. So we're going to bring Hux and Sith Trooper along, and probably not quite as satisfying as a solo, but should still be fun. Try and make sure we end up with full, not quite. Which brings me to Mon Mothma. We'll go with Traya here. And I feel like there are opportunities to go undersize quite often, and I just don't in 3s very often. Something about it just feels super sketchy and almost not worth it. Like, part of me thinks I should take my Jedi Master Luke against somebody solo, but that just seems, what if he loses? How terrible would that be? In any event, this should be quick work. We might get a Mon Mothma res here, but even if we do, I'm not worried about it. And Mon Mothma's dying. That settles that. Oh, I should have used that as a heal. Oh well. 52 here. We will go against their Bastila with my Mon Mothma, but we're gonna do throw a little wrinkle at it, and we'll take out Biggs, and we'll use Cat because Cara Dune is a scoundrel, so Cat's bonuses will all count, and yeah, I think it would just be fun. I don't think this is a very optimal way to use her, but I honestly didn't have a different way to do it. Now the negative is because I'm doing that, Mon Mothma doesn't get to call her her extra person because not all rebel fighters. So her role goes down considerably. So this is definitely not the optimal use, but again, just think it's fun, I guess. And between Cat and Cara, you know, there's plenty there. Do that, get a heal up. Alright, so we will go ahead and take Jedi Knight Luke here with, let's go Old Ben and Hermit Yoda. Sure, seems good. So let's see if we can just take out Dengar so he doesn't stealth. And again, here's one of those cases where probably Jedi Knight Luke by himself, or maybe just with Hermit Yoda, would be enough. I didn't really need Old then, but hard to break the habit of taking in all three. I like that security blanket, especially when I know I don't need to be in efficiency match this game, since he got stuck in my front zone and doesn't look like he's going to continue attacking. Let's check out his ships. We have, looks like, what, the Radis and the Malevolence. So we're going to go with my Negotiator against his Malevolence. That should be enough. If it's not enough, then I have problems. Or at least I'll be having problems. So I like to start off the mass assist on the Hyena Bomber. And, oh, he doesn't have Sunfac in the starting lineup. He has got Spy and Soldier. Interesting. One of those little details that you take for granted. Everybody uses the same comp in the Arena Shard that I play in, and so it's always unusual to see something different. In any event, I don't think it's going to matter a whole lot. And here comes Sunshine. You know they'd come out eventually. And we just burned through our unending, undying loyalty on the Y-Wing. Bomb on them. They're gone. But so is their Spy and their what do we call that? Soldier. It should finish it off, I think. Oh, thought I'd get Sunfac too. So let's finish that off. I'm fine with the 62 against Malevolence. That works for me. We'll go home one here. And again, we'll bring in a decent sized squad. We need to get down his Ray's Falcon as quick as we can. So we will focus in on her. Oh, what a waste of a wiggle. I didn't need a wiggle yet. Got two tanks with me. Let's see if we can land this. Nice. Stripped all of her bonus protection and everything. Can't churn through her the rest of the way. It's annoying, Clone Sergeant. Definitely annoying, but we will come in and get rid of you quickly, hopefully. And finish it off. Alright, good. So now it's just a matter of whether or not I lose Biggs or the Y-Wing. And I did. And call in Falcon to assist. And this should do it. And you won't hear me complain about a 64 there either. Let's head to the back. Already secured the victory. But let's get the full clear. JTR, we're going to go with my Jedi Knight Revan squad. And let's get down Scav Ray before she can get a big hit off on us. We'll just keep calling Yoda in there. the foresight and then start working on BP8. Let's spread these and pass that over to get rid of that. Passed it to the wrong person. Fat fingered it a little bit. Meant to send it to Yoda. But oh well. Jolie can have extra turns too. We are not going to get very good banners here, it looks like. Just with the loss of protection, but this by far probably the hardest squad on his entire defense. In fact, I probably should have taken a different team here, everything considered. Can I get any healing? Alright. Talzin, you are up. And we will take you out with Bosk. The old traditional Bosk with grief with Mando. And here we've got... Oh, we've got Acolyte. Oh, we don't. That is not... That is. So let's see if we can get her out right away. Because I was not even thinking about that. Because I don't have AoE. But it doesn't matter. Because they don't have zombie. You know what I'm thinking. That's why I wasn't thinking about it. Because I knew they didn't have zombie. I just need to survive. And she'll die. And then that's okay that she came back. Because I will disintegrate. And kill Daka here in a second as well. And honestly, it doesn't matter to me how many times she brings it back. Without having zombie here, this is not going to be troublesome. Next is Poe. Alright, Poe, let's go with JTR. Burning, I guess? Sure. I think that Chewie's the scariest one here. Well, let's wave down Poe. Then we'll go after that Chewie. I can't believe you put Rose on defense. I mean, I guess you invest all the way to Relic 5 and you feel obligated to use that character. She's just so bad that I can pretty much ignore her. I don't even know what her kit is, but yeah, it's not... I don't know. That's one of the problems with the way they decided, the way CG decided to do GLs, where you are forced to gear up terrible characters. That is terrible. Alright, Asajj with zombie, we will go with a crew team with Hux. No, crew team with Watt is what I meant to say. So let's get that onto Fox. We just need to do all our killing with Fox. Stun, zombie, and start going in on Asajj. Oh, I should have cleansed crew. That was dumb. Figured I'd bring back this counter. It's an oldie but a goodie. I don't usually, or it's been at least a long time since I have used crew Watt. But it is so effective against Night Sisters. Gotta get these zombie again. And get these Spirit. That's all she wrote. And that leaves us with Finn, Resistant Trooper, and Holdo. And I have Jedi Master Luke sitting around. And Ahsoka and Basti. So, sure, why not? Again, save too much for for offense. But, I mean, rather be safe than sorry, I guess. Sure, let's take out Finn first, I guess. And we'll pass around all of that. I don't think I will end up hitting the ultimate, but if I do, great. In any event, at this point I'm not even sure if they're going to get a turn. Oh, they did. They got a counter. Or I guess that wasn't a counter attack, I guess that was her turn. There we go. Kind of a silly overkill there. But that does it. We have 20 minutes to spare, but we are done. We end up with 2984 to 2063. I want to say thank you to Chemadon for setting a defense and participating. It's always fun. My brother Boba Fett has had 3 or 4 auto-deploy defenses in a row, and that just sucks. So, again, thank you for participating. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.